Peloton's new video game mode LaneBreak finished up with their beta last week and has finally been launched for everyone with a Peloton bike or Peloton Bike Plus. So today I pretty much scrapped everything on my schedule and took several of the 15 currently available rides. And you know what? Peloton did one hell of a job. Now I'm going to start with what Peloton's LaneBreak video game does really well and why I'm having such a great time with it, but it's far from perfect, and we'll dig into what it is lacking or could stand to see a bit of improvement with. So right out of the gate, Peloton sends you into a mini tutorial to teach you all of the basics about changing lanes and how to earn points through various objectives that you'll see show up. And I have to say, this was done really well. It was fast-paced, had you testing each of the concepts out before moving on to the next, and by the end, it really covered everything that you need to know to get started and have a good time. Then in the menu, you can see all of the different workouts available, each one centered around a specific music playlist or theme, and outside of the several 5-minute warm-up or cooldown options, most workouts range from 10 to 20 minutes in length, with a single one being 30 minutes. And while this is shorter in length than I typically like for a bike ride, I think the shorter length here is actually a good thing, as it leaves room for you to take a regular class afterwards or jump into another LaneBreak session to try to set a new score. Now each workout offers 4 difficulty options: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And these are all identical except for the fact that the resistance for each lane is increased with each difficulty. And I think this is really important and very well done here, as it gives everybody a chance to enjoy this mode. The beginner setting is set at a very low resistance, so anybody can jump into it, and the expert level is difficult enough for most riders, although I do know a few people who this won't be too much of a challenge for. Now once you start the workout, you can earn points in several ways: by moving the resistance to stay in the correct lane and earn points via beats, going into streamers, which forces you to stay at a certain cadence range to earn points, and breakers, which are pretty much spin-ups asking you to rapidly increase your cadence to earn between 100 to 200% bonus. Finally, occasionally you will be given an option of 2 lanes to go into, allowing you to still earn points even if you don't feel quite ready for the tougher lane. Now while you are taking a LaneBreak workout, you can see your current score at the top, the percentage your score is relative to the max score, and how many of the 3 stars you've earned so far. And you can see all of your metrics at the bottom by your wheel to help you keep track of your cadence, resistance, output, and even strive score. And at the end of the workout, there's a pretty well designed stat screen showing you how you did on each component of the workout, where you stand on the leaderboard, and strangely just showing whoever is number 1 on the leaderboard over the past 7 days. And it all is designed really well and works very smoothly. The workouts for the most part have you staying to the beat of the music, and like I said, I am having a great time taking all these rides. I think it was a great idea for Peloton to create this alternative mode, and after I finish all of the workouts, I can definitely see myself coming back to this whenever new rides are added. And while I like it a lot, I don't love it, at least not yet. And here's why. For something like this to really work and to keep me interested, there has to be a reason to keep coming back and replaying it. There needs to be some sort of carrot to draw me back in to say, ooh, if I could just do this a little better, or if I could achieve this new high score to achieve this rating, or to unlock these things, whatever those things are. And Peloton's LaneBreak is currently missing that. And what's odd is that they have everything that they need already here. It just needs some tweaking. Let me give you a few examples. The star system being the biggest and most obvious. LaneBreak has a 3-star system based on how high of a score you get, and this is good. This is probably the reason most people will continue to take all of the workouts to get the 3 stars. But there's a problem with how this is implemented. For one, they made the percentage you need to get the stars way too easy. I mean, all you have to do to get 1 star is 20% of the workout. For 2 stars, it's like 50%. And to get 3 stars, you need to get 85% of the maximum score. And so very likely most people will get 3 stars on their first try, unless they are on a difficulty well outside of what they can handle for resistance. Then the other issue is that there is no difference between getting 3 stars on beginner or expert. It's all treated the same, which eliminates another reason to try and come back and 3-star a harder difficulty. And I know this sounds dumb, and it probably is, but I would be willing to bet anything that if they made the beginner stars bronze, intermediate silver, advanced gold, and Expert Platinum, then you would see a lot more people coming back to try the workouts again on a harder difficulty. As humans, it's just how our brains work, for better or for worse. Another thing that would keep me engaged in coming back, even if there weren't stars or anything to earn, would be the general satisfaction of being able to improve my score. But the way LaneBreak is currently set up, there's very little you can do to improve significantly. The skill level of the game is so extremely capped that you can't really improve your score very much by getting better. You're pretty much limited in the number of points you can get in almost every aspect of the game, and what that does is prevent you from feeling satisfied from improving. I would love it a lot more if the multiplier would increase slightly the closer you get to the right edge of the lane, so you could really feel an incentive to make things a bit harder on yourself and to get into the right spot without accidentally going over. Or if you entered a streamer and got a bonus multiplier for holding the exact right cadence, these are things which I feel would make the game better and allow you to feel like you were developing a skill for it and improve from one session to the next. The way it is currently set up, I might be able to get a better score by not missing that cadence for 1 second here or there, but that's really about it. And with a skill cap this low, it makes things much less interesting. Finally, another thing that I would love to see here would be to have a new workout or challenge every single week. I have no idea if they are planning to do this, but I really hope they do, as even that alone would probably be enough to have me jump in once every week to see how I could do and how well I could rank. And look, I know I'm being very critical of LaneBreak, but I'm doing so not because it's bad, but because it is really good, but there's so much more potential that Peloton is leaving at the door. But my overall feeling is that I am excited about LaneBreak, and I do really like it a lot, even if there are a few aspects about it that I wish would be improved to help draw me back in from week to week. And as I mentioned, there is a ton of potential here, and I hope they continue to add to this frequently and to improve on it, because if they do, it'll be a whole nother reason for people to jump on their Peloton. I'm hoping for the best. Barry, I'm looking at you, buddy. Let's make this happen. And hey, maybe add a version to the Peloton Tread while you're at it. And if you haven't checked out my latest review on the Peloton Tread, make sure to check that out here and let me know in comments what you think about LaneBreak so far. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.